Well, hello there, and welcome to video diary number 11. This would have been video diary something more than 11, but I recorded diaries and I lost them. My phone updated itself and somehow the footage was lost. And now I'm finished my course and I had to submit my video diaries and those were lost and I'm really sad. I don't look it, but I was disappointed. So this is just gonna be like part of the video diaries. This is going to be me mostly just reflecting on having directed my first play. So that's exciting. So I'm filming this way after the play. Well, not way. It's been like a month and a half, but it's atrocious. I started a full-time job and couldn't sit down and just, you know, try and refilm those diaries. So I directed True West by Mr Shepard, and it was my first directing project ever, and that was a month and a half ago, and I'm still kind of, like, it's so surreal that I did that, and I still can't get over it, but it felt so right and so wonderful and so comfortable, and I loved rehearsals so much with my cast. It was not an effort. There was never once like a negative moment. We got along so well. I was so blessed for this to go so well on my first try. But yeah, if you remember in my first diary, I was so petrified of the directing course, firstly, of directing itself. I thought I didn't belong in the course because I was the only one who hadn't directed before, or one of very few who had never directed before. And yeah, I was just completely self-doubting myself, and I thought it was a huge mistake that I had made, and I could never direct anything. It would just crash and burn. And lo and behold, it did not crash and burn. It was so amazing. It was the best, like one of the best things I've ever done, and I'm just so relieved and so happy that it went so well. So my original two actors dropped out on me, and I missed out on a couple of weeks of rehearsals. But nonetheless, I held my first auditions ever, and my sister actually made this little video of me right after auditioning actors for my play, and me auditioning people for the first time in my life. It was a little historical moment, a little moment in my own personal history. And so I auditioned actors again, and I chose the actors again, and in the process I even ended up writing a complaint email to I forgot the English word, to the agent of an actor who was very, I don't know, arrogant and uncooperative and combative. Is that the right word? He was just had a certain air about himself, and he wanted to audition me as a director before starting and before agreeing to do this. He kind of wanted to be paid, even though this was mentioned at the auditions and before the auditions in the ad that I posted, like, that these are unpaid, that this is an unpaid production, because it's for my assessment and it's my debut. But he was just, I don't know, unpleasant and someone who I couldn't work with, and I didn't want him to go out and continue with this kind of attitude. So I wrote a very excellent and formal email, I think, to his agent. So that was a first for me. I auditioned people for the first time, and then I went into rehearsals for the first time in my life with actors, which I was horrified about. But I chose actors that I liked as people, that I thought I could be friends with these people. When I saw them, I thought I could be friends with these people, and I like them as people. And that is why I hired them, even though they worked for free and they were wonderful. And that worked so well for me because one of my strengths is my personality and my openness and a lot of talking and my friendly kind of nature and kind of easy approach to everything. Well, I can't really say that. Not easy approach. Easy approach to people and lightheartedness and welcoming people in, I guess, maybe. So I kind of, you know, catered to my strengths. That's why I chose people I liked, because I get along with people, I'm good with people, and lo and behold, we were all friends, we got along so well, they were so dedicated, and they came to rehearsals every week, and they worked for free, and I got them like biscuits and tea each week, and pizza once or twice when I could. It was great. They were so fantastic. I was so blessed. I had no complaints with my actors, and they really liked the play. They were passionate about the characters. They seemed to like me, and they just made the whole process so wonderful and much easier than I, you know, expected it to be. And it was just fantastic. I loved the rehearsals. I loved putting this together. I loved seeing this thing that was just out there somewhere, you know, and not a reality, just like a script on paper come to life on an actual stage. And yeah, it went from something like this.
You always work by candlelight. No, but not always.
To this.
There's going to be a general lack of toast in the neighborhood.
Yeah. And it was just so great. We were completely sold out for the 2 nights that it was on, and we had to even add some chairs for the 2 performances, and oh, it was just so fantastic. It felt so right. I just wanted the actors to be comfortable and happy on stage. I knew I did everything I could, and they were so prepared, or as prepared as they were to go on, you know, and they had such a blast. They were phenomenal. They gave it so much, and it was so amazing to watch, even though I watched it from the wings, but I didn't care. It was fantastic. I was so proud. And I've never received so many overwhelmingly positive compliments and feedback from people in my life. Everyone was just so, you know, I'm not tooting my own horn. I'm just really happy and relieved. Like, people really liked it. People said it was professional and excellent, and they loved the actors. Why wouldn't they? They were phenomenal. My 2 main actors, Aaron and Brandon, who carried the whole thing, they were excellent. They helped each other out so much, and oh, it was wonderful. And I was so proud of them, and I was so happy that this was my first production. Because I can tell if it wasn't ready, or if it came off terribly unprofessional, I couldn't have put it on stage. But they were excellent, and they were professional, and we did it, and it was wonderful. I loved it so much. And yeah, someone brought up an interesting point that this isn't a play, like, When You Know Me, this isn't a play people would think I would do. Because True West is about, you know, it's a very masculine play. It's about brother and brother relationship, and I'm not a man who has a brother, so I don't like connect to that in any kind of way or relate to it. But I relate to, I guess, the inner workings of people, and I like exploring family relationships that aren't perfect, and kind of madness and a bit of obscure, absurd situations and relationships, I guess, and behaviors. And to me, my main reason for doing this play was just that I loved it. And when I read it for the first time, I remember so clearly reading it and thinking, this is something I want to stage one day. And so when it came to choosing a play for my directing course, my brain just went there, because it said, you feel passionate about this, you love this play, just do it. Like, to work and spend time on something, and so much time with actors rehearsing a play, you have to love it. You have to actually love the work and the playwright's words. You know, what is the point of hating rehearsals and hating this piece that you're trying to make come to life? It's pointless. Like, just throw it away. Don't even do it. Go home. My main reason, which is kind of, I don't know, I feel kind of bad, because I feel I should have had this, like, really, you know, deep kind of connection to it, and this, like, deep, you know, detailed vision, as they say directors have, of a piece. But I don't know, I personally hate that phrase, that like you should have a vision of the piece that you're doing. But I don't know, I hate that because it implies that I'm the expert, which I'm definitely not, because I'm just starting out and I definitely have so many things to learn. But it implies, yeah, that the director is the expert, is this like godlike, all-knowing, has all the answers to all the possible questions kind of person, which is ridiculous because theater is the most collaborative thing you can do. And to think and to still have that mindset that the director is the god of the production and, you know, what they say goes and it's just their work, is like the most outdated and ridiculous statement. Theater is so collaborative. Without collaboration, without my actors, without people like sound designers, light designers, you know, people to help make the set and costumes, I'm literally just a person staring at a piece of paper. So what is the point? There's no way I can do everything. There's no way I can direct and perform in something and make the costumes and make the set and have all the answers and a vision. It's ridiculous. I think that's why I'm meant for this, maybe. I don't know if that's a bit too dramatic to say. I think I could be so good at this because I understand that and I like respect that so much and I love collaborating and I so wholeheartedly know that I can only make the best things working with people, because I can't have all the ideas and all the insights and all the visions or whatever, you know, no matter how creative you are, you cannot have all of that. I know something I can make could be wonderful and I can make one or two fantastic, phenomenal things in my lifetime all by myself, but that's just luck and that's not how it works all the time. And I love collaborating with people. I love making something the best it could be. So that's why you work with people. Yeah, I think that's why this feels right. I think I have the potential to be really good at this. I think with time I will grow and I could be a really, really good director. I remember standing in the wings, watching behind the curtain and just being so happy and excited, and every time the audience laughed, I was like, score! It was just so excellent. So yeah, I'll show you a little bit of my favorite scene and how much the audience loved it, and it's just so fantastic. And even though the recording is terrible, because it was mostly just for academic use, and just to have for myself, and on the first night, my friend's camera died and couldn't record the whole thing, so I had to use a terrible old camera we had. So yeah, so I guess I can call myself a director now, because I have directed a piece. And because I'm working full-time now, I unfortunately couldn't go straight into another one, which is what I would have definitely done. And yeah, I made all my money back, and if I wasn't a generous person, I could have kept it all and I would have had like $1,000. I would have had $1,000 because I made like 500 at the shows, you know, and that paid back for the theater. All the things I bought, like props and, you know, wallpaper and paint and glue to make the set, anything else like that. The license I had to pay, which was over €100 to actually do these performances. I made all my money back. And because I made it all back, I gave my actors money because I had it and it was only fair. Even though we agreed that it would be free. But it was only fair. I made it back. So they deserved something. I got them all a little gift. But, you know, I had the money and we're gonna share it because that's what you do. And I had it. And yeah, it was just really fantastic. The main thing that I took from this is that I can do this. That having learned that this won't crash and burn when I direct something and put a production together has been a really powerful lesson, that, you know, I'm actually capable of doing this, which means, well, hopefully I just get better and better with time at doing this. It was just so great. I'm so happy that I did this. I don't know what else to say. It's just all overwhelmingly positive. I learned to collaborate even better. I grew as a person so much doing this. It made me face my fears completely head on, because it was either go to rehearsal and face your fears with the actors, or you won't rehearse. Call that theatre, learn to become less anxious on the phone, or else you won't have a theatre. Save your money, and I'm still terrible at that. But, you know, I did it. I paid for a theatre and all my props and everything. It was expensive, but I don't regret anything. It was all fantastic, and I grew so much. It's been so great. So thank you to my wonderful, wonderful cast. They know how much I adore them, and I thanked them so much, but, you know, may this document how thankful I am forever, for as long as this video lasts. And yeah, thank you to everyone who came to see True West and who was there for this moment for me. I adore you all, and I'll remember this forever. It was just so fantastic. And, you know, True West will always have a little place in my heart now, because it will forever be my first play. The first play I ever directed. It's been great. This video is way too long. But yeah, it was all great. I did it, and I'm so happy I did it. And I can't wait to do more things. That's the thing. That because this was so successful, I know I won't completely crash and burn, and that I'm not completely, like, knowing I'm not useless at this, and that, you know, I could be right to do this is a good thing. And I love that. Because it's definitely what I want to do, you know? I want to make theater. I want to be a theater maker. I think right now I don't have any projects, so I'm just thinking of projects, and I'm hoping to collaborate with my friends to do something, maybe over the summer, maybe towards the end of this year. And I know I'm assistant directing a professional production of Rent, the musical, in October, so that's exciting. And if I can, I'm going to try document that, or some of it, or whatever. So yeah, thank you for being here. Thank you for watching, and to whoever's been watching my stupid diaries of me ranting away about my personal growth, thank you so much, and I adore you, and you're the best. Yeah, that's it then. Welcome to the end of video diary 11, and I'll see you next time.